Guys, we got our second shipment of nutrition for longevity meals, so I thought I'd do a review. So it's sent overnight. As you can see, it says perishable items, refrigerate. All right. And they use all sustainable packaging, which is one of the reasons why I've never done a meal delivery service, and I wanted to try one because we're in quarantine right now. So it was like one less reason to go to the store, but I didn't like all the packaging of other ones because I've gotten juice cleanses in the mail. So this is how it arrives. There's this nice wrapping on top, which honestly isn't necessary. They could just put that sticker right here or something. So this is a little bit wasteful. I understand this part because it keeps everything insulated. Then you have all 3 days of meals, and then it outlines what the nutrition facts and ingredients are in each meal. So you can hold on to that if you want, but I wanted to show how these are packed. Now, this is the thing that bothered me when I first got my first shipment. I see they're still doing it. I did bring it up to them. They have this picture of juice or a smoothie, but this is clearly juice on their website on the little decal thing. But let me show you what breakfast is. There's no juice in here at all. It is simply this. The tea and I think this bread or muffin or whatever that is, it will tell me on the back. So it's cinnamon, maple, the grains, and then you have the lean green brain boost protein powder is that green protein powder there. And then the snacks is, yes, a rosemary focaccia bread and dried apricots, however you want to say it, and the tea. So this is your breakfast and your snack, but there ain't no juice in there. So I do find this to be very deceiving. The picture, if anything, it should be a picture of oatmeal or something like that, since that's what really is for breakfast, those 2 packets of oatmeal. Okay, so then lunch and dinner are usually very, very accurate. So lunch is the one that you don't have to prepare. You literally just like dump the contents out from the box and then also open up the plastic, you know, that the garbanzo beans are in, and then the dressing's gonna be also in plastic in there. And then you just mix it all up and eat it. So that's super simple, super easy. I love the lunch. The dinners are also pretty accurate in the pictures. So this is the dinner, and you have stuffed portobello mushroom, and then it will tell you how to put it together. So in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and go through all of that and make them for you so you can see what they actually look like. So you see it comes with all of the ingredients that you need. So that was my experience for the first week that I had them. With that, breakfast was very inaccurate in the photo, but that lunch and dinner were accurate. So they did say that they're coming out with lunch and dinners only, and so I'm really looking forward to that. Now, we pull out the other 2. There's day 2, and here's day 3. And each day has this plastic wrap around it so that you know. So it's really well organized with the little informational sheets, but again, there's no juice in here at all. But yet there's a picture of it. Now, oh, this breakfast is accurate. It is a muffin right there. So there's that. Okay, last time, if I hadn't have really been paying attention, I would have missed this, but there are microgreens. The microgreens are actually not supposed to be used all at once. There's usually a few recipes that call for them, so you kind of like need to read through the recipes if you care about using them equally. I didn't care about using them equally. I just used them all at once last time. And what I meant to say when I said last time, part of my dinner was below this level, down with the ice packs. And I literally would have thrown that away not knowing it was in there. So wish they had given people the heads up there. Anyway, so these ice packs you can freeze to get them cold again and then use them like in the summer or whatever. Go, day one. So breakfast, lunch, dinner. Breakfast, as I said, isn't, I mean, I have saved the oatmeal. I haven't been eating it. I don't eat breakfast in general, but I would have certainly drank juice if it'd come with that. This is lunch day one, so we'll open that up. I actually only eat one meal a day, and I got their 3-day meal plan, the vegan one for 1,600 calories. So I will eat both of these right now and go ahead and show you what comes inside. The lettuce is sometimes, you know, in big chunks, so I end up having to tear those up a little bit, which isn't a big deal, but here's the dressing, as you can see. Then the garbanzo beans, chickpeas, whichever dialectical version you choose, sun-dried tomatoes, and then regular tomatoes. So I pour all of that into my salad bowl. This is usually like you would get a salad before your entree. That's kind of what I do. And then this looks like pickled onion down here. So I'll get those out and add them to the bowl. As you can see, the dressing might need to come to room temperature a little bit. I could heat it up or mix it up more, but I'll just leave that while I prepare dinner. So here are the contents out of the container, and then basically you just start following the recipe, but you can get an idea of the dressings are in packets, and then again, caramelized onion or pickled onion, I'm not really sure. Looks like navy beans and marinated bell peppers, and then portobello, spinach, rosemary, and thyme, and garlic. You can follow all the instructions that come with your specific meal, but I'm supposed to be cooking the portobello right now. And then I've got all the other vegetables marinating in the balsamic vinegar. Spinach is chopped. I'm eating the focaccia bread that came in the breakfast while I'm waiting for everything to cook. And then I'll add this to the pan. What I have found that sometimes the directions, I have to read them step 1 through 5, read the whole thing and then start, because sometimes it's a little bit confusing, or you could do it in a different way. So that's why I do it that way, or that's how I figured out how to do it that way. The other cool thing is, you know, if you're really on a calorie restricted diet, it says using water instead of olive oil will keep the vegetables from sticking. If you're worried about calories from fat, just add if you aren't worried, then use another tablespoon of olive oil. So it is good to have extra olive oil on hand. I'm getting fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, beans, caramelized onions, and is it roasted peppers? In addition to spinach and a portobello and focaccia bread. I'm not even vegan, but having these kind of meals really makes it nice for me. What I like about the dinner is, here's the portobello already done, and now I'm waiting for this is the stuffing, and we have about 30 seconds left to go on that. And it gives you an idea of how long to cook it, but it also tells you, once the spinach is wilted. But they're all it's just like clean ingredients, and everything has good flavor, and I just feel good when I eat this way, and it's super simple. Maybe took me, oh, there it is, 30 seconds or 30 minutes to put together, if that. And there you have it. So let's compare my cooked version to their version, which makes me giggle just because theirs looks a little more fancy than mine. They obviously threw some microgreens on top of that, but that's it. Turned out pretty good. Almost forgot my salad. That's how it turned out once I got the dressing out and tossed it all together. So there's my meal for tonight, thanks to Nutrition for Longevity. All right, guys, here we go. Day 2. So breakfast is the muffin. Lunch is some sort of salad with lots of crunchies, which looks good. And dinner, it's like a little falafel and some instructions. All right, here's breakfast. some tea, the muffin, oatmeal, and then another protein powder mixer into a smoothie or juice if you want, maybe water too. I will try the muffin and let you know. Last week's muffin was really dry. They recommended microwaving it, which isn't really something I like to do, but I'll try it this week to see if that helps it. Here's the salad: lettuce, beans, garbanzo beans, tomatoes. The tomatoes I had to cut. They were pretty big. You don't have to cut them. And then that onion, the pickled onion, I think. And then this is the dressing, which I will pour on top. Here are the dinner ingredients that I need to wash. That's why they're in a colander. And then here are the remainder of the dinner ingredients. If you remember at the start of the video, I talked about stuff being underneath all of the packaging with the freezer packs or the ice packs. And it was very similar to this. This is the falafel, the quinoa falafel, but it was actually included in the packaging this time. So then there's an onion, more caramel or pickled onions. I think those are pickled. And then beans and looks like olive oil. You know, one thing I was thinking about, when you think about eating a rainbow, you got it when it comes to nutrition for living. So you've got your red, orange, yellow, green, maybe not blue, maybe not purpley. And the falafel, the whites. So it's really nice, and just having this cut up in my kitchen for 10 minutes while I went to go do something else has made my entire kitchen smell awesome. Right, so I formed the falafel patty. Actually, I moved that out of the way. Get it right on the pan. I reformed it because it had fallen apart a little bit, just back into a patty. And then I'm gonna cook it on 2 to 3 minutes on each side until it has a crust to it. When that is done cooking, then you remove it from the dish. Mine definitely needs more olive oil. They also didn't tell me how long or when to remove the onions, so they're a little bit brown, but that's fine by me. Here's what the salad ended up looking like after I added the dressing. So it's ready to eat now. All right, there is the falafel patty with the onions, and then the tomatoes, beans, Swiss chard underneath. And then it says you can add the pickled onions on top. One thing I forgot to do is that I forgot to add salt and pepper to my dish last night, and that would have helped immensely. So just make sure you have salt and pepper on hand if that matters to you. And it did say on this one to marry the dish with the herbs. So there was mint and dill. I'm not a huge dill fan, so I didn't want to marry them in case I don't want to eat that. And then it does say to put some microgreens on top. So there we go. So there you have it, kids. Dinner is served. Now you'll see in their picture, there's 2 falafel patties, not 1. And everything else looks about the same. So well done on the dinner. I actually think my dinner looks better than the photo. And then on the lunch, the photo definitely looks better than my salad. So that one won on that one. And I'll let you know about the muffin when I eat it. Day 3, last day. Here we go. All right, breakfast and a snack. So breakfast, we have the oatmeal again and the protein powder. The snack is usually a hummus of some sort, and every hummus that I've had from them is really good. That's something I didn't know about when I signed up for this. I didn't know you got a snack, so that's kind of fun. And then these are the little chips that go with the snack. I like them a lot. They have rosemary in them. I'm a big fan of rosemary. Tea again. And then last week I got this too. It's an organic raw chocolate bar. I'm not a fan of it, so I'll probably save that and donate it. I've been saving these two for donation, but I will eat the hummus and the pita chips. So here's the back of the breakfast one with the cinnamon maple oatmeal. And then it talks about the snack with pita and chocolate bar. And then that protein powder again, but again, the photo misleading. Next we have lunch. It's an Okinawa blue rice Buddha bowl with ponzu dressing. So there's lettuce and then carrot shreds, I guess. Here's the dressing, and then here's the blue rice already cooked for you, and some garbanzo or chickpeas. So there's lunch all mixed up. Looks pretty darn similar to the photo. So we got that one accurately, which is great. Day 3 dinner is Okinawa vegan fried rice. So we're gonna start by cooking the rice, and then I've washed all the vegetables, and then I need to dice and trim them according to the specifications. And then there looks like there might be kind of a soy type sauce. I think this is extra virgin olive oil that hasn't yet, it's too congratulated. I can't think of the word, but you know, whatever your blood is supposed to do. Not sure what that is yet. So we've got cabbage, carrot, scallions, broccoli, onion, ginger, and garlic. Oh, and then red pepper as well. All right, I'm into the dinner. I've cooked the rice per their specifications. I actually might take that off. And now I'm cooking the carrots, the onion, garlic, and ginger. The ginger had to be grated. So that's something I was thinking, you know, if I was a college student or something like that, I wouldn't have a grater on hand. And then it was a little confusing, but this is my fault for not following my own advice. They had you cut the onions, the carrots, and the broccoli into certain like dice sized pieces or something. So I put them all together in a bowl thinking I'm going to cook them all at the same time, but no. So I had to pull the broccoli out, and that's why there's some green in there, because I didn't get all the broccoli out, obviously. Then you add in the broccoli and the cabbage, and you're supposed to add 1 tablespoon of water to keep the vegetables from sticking. All right, then you add this, which is the Nutrition for Life Beefless Crumble, which I think is just marinated mushrooms. Then you can add your chili pepper to taste. I'm not a big chili pepper person, so I'll just add a little bit. Then you add sauce. I try to squeeze everything I can out of the sauce packet. And then lastly, the rice. All right, here it is, all finished. I misread and the scallions went in and got cooked. So you're supposed to put the scallions on top with microgreens. I moved those out of the way so you could see what it actually looked like. But obviously the broccoli in the photo isn't really cooked. It isn't really diced small like it's suggested. The carrots too, I should have looked at how they wanted those diced. But there it is, time to enjoy. All right guys, that does it for our review video of Nutrition for Longevity's meal service. I did warm up this muffin, and it is a lot more squeezable, if you will, than the one that I ate dry. And I wanted to comment on a few things. So I'm really impressed with the variety of vegetables and colors and all of that stuff. I never get this much of a variety in a week, just going to the grocery store. So I really like that about them. I also think every meal has been decently good. Sometimes I need to add a little salt and pepper, but that's fine because that stuff's usually, you know, to someone's taste or liking anyway. Good, I just took a bite of it. So it does help to warm it up. It doesn't tell you how much to warm it up, and for someone who doesn't use the microwave very often, I guessed. I did it on 20 seconds on high and it turned out fine, but I wrapped it in this paper towel. I'm really excited for them to launch just the lunch and the dinner, because that's what I would eat for my one meal a day. I really like kind of having a salad as an appetizer, if you will, and then having my dinner. I hope you found this video helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me continue to do more videos like this. I basically just wanted to show what it was like for, I would have liked to have seen something like this when I first signed up for it, so I knew what to expect. And it would have helped me make a decision on whether or not to sign up. But I'm really glad that I did. It's been an overall very positive experience. And if you like oatmeal and powdered protein for breakfast, then that works for you. As you can tell, I've been eating the muffin as I've been doing these little clips to finalize the video. I'll include a link below to where you can sign up and start getting their meals delivered to your house if you're interested. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.